Hello and welcome to Experience Realty. My name is Tarun. What are the top areas for rental returns in Dubai? What do you mean by ROI? Is it risk of inaction or return on investment? Where do I get the highest ROI on my property? A few of the common questions which I come across on a daily basis in my line of work as a property consultant. Well, before we get the ball rolling, let me clarify, ROI is not risk of inaction. Although in Dubai's real estate market today, it's a very apt term, as this is something that prospective investors who are looking at taking the plunge and buying a property but decide not to will have to contend with this feeling. ROI indeed is return on investment. In simple terms, it is your property's rental returns in a percentage. And how do we calculate it? Simply divide your property's annual returns by the purchase price and multiply it by 100. Bingo. Here you have it. Now coming back to where we started from, what are the top areas for rental returns in Dubai? Now I don't want to bore you by the same map again and again, which I probably see more than my wife and son, but got no choice. The map is a property consultant and a prospective investor's or a homeowner's best mate. Imagine how difficult would it be for me to give you perspective without taking you through this map. And as my boss correctly says it, 90% of the sales happen on the map. And if you have to open the brochure, you've already lost the client. And the boss is always right. I could not have agreed more with him on this. Now, boiling down to the meat of the matter, what are the top 5 areas to invest in Dubai? The first area which I feel is a great prospect for rental returns in Dubai is Emaar Beachfront. Now, Emaar Beachfront is located within the tourism hub of Dubai. Now, the tourism hub of Dubai, which consists of Blue Waters by Miras, Dubai Marina and JBR, Emaar Beachfront itself and Palm Jumeirah, is a place which 85% of the tourists coming to Dubai visit. 65% of the tourists coming to Dubai actually live here. Now, the location of Emaar Beachfront within the tourism hub is very strategic. If you see Sheikh Zayed Road, which is one of the major most lifelines of Dubai, you can access Emaar Beachfront easily from Sheikh Zayed Road, which means you do not have to contend with the traffic of Dubai Marina or JBR, which people visiting those areas have to contend with. So unique location, strategic location within the tourism hub. Now, what makes Emaar Beachfront so different? This is a one-of-a-kind development by Emaar Properties on an 88,200 square meter island, which boasts 24 towers. Now, these 24 towers, out of them, 12 happen to be branded by the biggest hospitality brands of Emaar. We all know and we all understand that branded residences command a premium which could be 20 to 25% more than non-branded ones, and the rental returns for branded residences are a totally different prospect compared to unbranded residences. Besides that, Emaar Beachfront is the only community which boasts a gated private beach of 1.9 kilometers, a waterfront of 2.2 kilometers. It is a city within a city where the tourists or visitors can have everything which they need for their daily needs. They do not really need to go out of here. Now, the other important aspect which we cannot ignore when it comes to Emaar Beachfront and rental prospects is Emaar Beachfront has the Dubai Harbour right next to it. Now, marine tourism, as we all know, is the most expensive tourism, okay? So, these harbours will have 14,000 passengers disembarking here on a daily basis. Now, you can well imagine that these passengers or these tourists will be seeking accommodation in projects like Emaar Beachfront. So, you have a ready market, a ready client which will be vying to rent your property. Now, if we delve deeper, newer projects or communities which are upcoming often command or get higher rental returns. Why? Because you're buying at off-plan prices. So when you do your returns calculation, the price that you bought it at is at 30% lower compared to similar properties. So definitely no points for guessing your rental returns are going to be higher. So in the case of Emaar Beachfront, imagine if I would have bought a beach vista 1 bedroom not so long ago for 2 million dirhams. Today, I could have made a rental return of around 218,000 dirhams on it, which is 10.8% of returns. You do not get figures like this. And by the way, this community is only 20% complete. Imagine the scope of returns and rentals when the community is fully completed and ready. So Emaar Beachfront is an amazing prospect for rental. My second option, or the area that I reckon has exponential prospects of rentals, will be Dubai Creek Harbour. Now, to understand Dubai Creek Harbour, we will rewind and go back in time, and you will understand why I'm taking you back in time. So imagine it's 2006. You are a prospective home owner or an investor looking to buy in Dubai. Now you go and meet a property consultant who tells you, sir or ma'am, please do not invest in downtown as it is a big project. God knows if Emaar can execute it. They are building the tallest tower. It's a long shot. So he advises you to invest elsewhere. Now, fast forward, come back to 2024. Prices around downtown and Burj Khalifa are between 4,000 to 4,500 dirhams per square foot. What started trading at 1,100, 1,200 dirhams per square foot has grown and reached 4,000 to 4,500 dirhams per square foot. So I'm sure you will not be chuffed with that property consultant. Now me, I don't want to be that property consultant whom you will remember for the wrong reasons. I want you to remember me for all the right reasons. So, Dubai Creek Harbour is downtown 2.0 in making. Now, downtown and Burj Khalifa area has become a tourism hub. Yeah, we all know this. Anyone and everyone coming to Dubai has to go to downtown to see the fountain, to go visit Dubai Mall, to see the spectacle that Burj Khalifa is. So this area is very, very crowded. Metro connectivity is a bone of contention at times. Parking can be intimidating. Now, all of those things, for all the good reasons of downtown, there are certain flaws. Now, those flaws have been sorted in downtown 2.0, which is Dubai Creek Harbour. So, Dubai Creek Harbour, 5 entries and exits, 4 metro stations, 3 times the size of downtown, park space of 700,000 square meters for your family, for the elders in your family, for your pets. Even better, retail space of 900,000 square meters. You have the Square Mall coming up on Dubai Creek Harbour. Then 300,000 square meters of office space. So pretty much a city within a city. We all know Emaar has an exceptional track record of forging communities where everyone feels connected. So if you go to Dubai Creek Harbour today, where the Creek Island is almost fully handed over, you will not feel that this is a construction site because you have everything that you need at your beck and call. There is hotels, there is hospitals, there is restaurants, there is cafes, operational parks, everything is up and running. Now this happens to be only a fourth of the project that is completed. Prices started at 1,500 dirhams per square foot and they have reached until 2,400 dirhams per square foot. Since this is an emerging community, there is immense scope for capital appreciation and the rentals in this area in lieu of proximity to the icons of Dubai like Burj Khalifa downtown, Dubai International Airport accessible within 15 minutes, and this entire area which is very significant. So I'm going to highlight this area. Largely leasehold, 60% of the population till date lives and works from this area. Since it is leasehold, 2 communities will draw major benefit from this. One was downtown and Burj Khalifa, which is freehold, and the other one is Dubai Creek Harbour, which is in close proximity to these areas. So people living here or working here will be moving to Dubai Creek Harbour. So organic demand. Now to understand the rental prospects of Dubai Creek Harbour, what we need to see is Imagine if I would have bought a 1 bedroom at 1.4 million dirhams not so long ago in one of the buildings in Dubai Creek Harbour. Now, I can put it on short-term rental on a weekly basis for around 3,500 dirhams. Yeah, 3,500 dirhams times 4, like 4 weeks in a month, it yields me around 14,000 dirhams for the month. Now, I would be very conservative. I will say that we will rent only for 10 months, yeah, which is 140,000 dirhams for the whole year. You have 2 months to use the apartment. The rental returns are 10%. So, awesome prospects. Now, let's delve into the long-term renting prospect of this. Now, so if you see, address, Harbour Point, 1 bedroom, renting at, which you bought for 1.7 million, again, not so long ago, is renting at 180 to 200,000 dirhams, yielding you a rental return of 10.58%. What else would you want? Dubai Creek Harbour has awesome potential for rentals, and as I told you earlier, this is an emerging community, so the prospects and the numbers are only going to go up. My third area for rental returns in Dubai and in community which I really believe in is none other than Dubai Hills Estate. Now, Dubai Hills Estate is something that had a lot of non-believers or naysayers. When Emaar launched Dubai Hills Estate, people were very skeptical. They were like, who's going to go and live here? It's in the middle of nowhere. It's got an industrial area in front of it. Again, come back to 2024 and you see this community is a force to be reckoned with. And it would not be a far cry to say that this is the very center of Dubai. If I were to fold this map of Dubai into 4, Dubai Hills Estate is right at the center of Dubai. It will give you access to all the major areas of Dubai within 20 to 25 minutes maximum. Dubai Hills Estate is very strategically located. It is like right on Al Khail Road, alright, and it is flanked by Suqaim Street. Now, Al Khail Road, as we all know, is the second busiest road in Dubai, okay, which connects you to downtown, even takes you until the airport. And Suqaim Street, which we see right here, is also very significant. Now, why Suqaim Street is significant is because Suqaim Street connects you to all the lifelines of Dubai, starting from Sheikh Zayed, then Al Khail, then Mohammed bin Zayed, then Zayed bin Hamdan Al Nahyan Street, and Emirates Road, making all destinations smoothly accessible and all returns calm and serene. Living in an urban living community, connectivity is a big plus point. Dubai Hills Estate has that going for it. Now, again, I will not be repeating myself. Emaar is exceptional and excellent, and in fact, I don't have superlatives to, tell you about the kind of communities they have come up with. Now, Dubai Hills Estate, I think, will be the top of the communities that Emaar has come up with. So if you look at this community, it's 11 square kilometers in size. Again, a city within a city. I know I've been using this word a lot, but we've been speaking about Emaar communities, and that's what they are. So why Dubai Hills Estate is a city within a city? It's got 2 international schools within the community. Yeah, you have the second largest mall in Dubai Hills Estate. Now, this mall has 450 branded retail outlets, has the largest indoor roller coaster anywhere in UAE, and the other important things that you need to look at in Dubai Hills Estate, it also has a fully functional business park, which is home to some of the biggest companies. In fact, Do has their office there, and Emaar also has their head office in Dubai Hills Estate, and my office also happens to be in Dubai Hills Estate. Now, also consider this. Dubai Hills Estate has the largest and the most verdant and the best kept park, which is 1.2 kilometers long in the community. Not many developers would give you this kind of space in a community. They would rather build apartments, villas and make money. But Emaar, being Emaar, values space for its residents, and this is what distinguishes and separates Emaar from other developers. Besides that, Dubai Hills Estate has one of the best hospitals in Dubai, the King's College Hospital. God forbid, if you have an emergency and you need to access a hospital, at your beck and call. Now, what was launched in 2016 again has gone from strength to strength, and prices in Dubai Hills Estate have reached around 2200 dirhams per square foot. Now, if we speak about rental prospects in Dubai Hills Estate, allow me to engage you. A one-bedroom building named Collective is renting today at 110,000 dirhams. Not so long ago, people bought it for 950,000, 11.57% rental returns. A two-bedroom in Acacia on the park, bought at 2 million dirhams, is renting today at 180,000 dirhams a year. Again, 9% rental return. So Dubai Hills Estate, again, is a community which, even if Emaar wants to replicate and do it again, is going to take them a long time, because such communities are not easy to replicate. A community with an award-winning championship, 18-hole championship golf course, a community which ticks all the criteria for investors as well as end users. And as I told you about the rental returns, there aren't too many communities which would give you or yield such rental returns for you. So Dubai Hills Estate, in my opinion, is an amazing area for rentals in Dubai. My fourth area for rental returns in Dubai, as cliched as it may sound, would be downtown. Okay, now everyone and anyone in the world knows about Burj Khalifa. They know about the downtown area in Dubai. So, you have an organic marketing happening in lieu of the spectacle that Burj Khalifa is, in lieu of the beautiful fountain that is there and that people want to see at all costs if they're visiting Dubai. And then you have the giant Dubai Mall, which last year had 110 million visitors. All of this means, organic marketing for your community. So think about it. Besides Burj Khalifa, besides Dubai Mall, besides the fountain and all the high rises that happen to envelop downtown, there is much more to the location. Now, why downtown is so sought after? There is a reason to this. The reason is, if you pay close attention, you have DIFC right here. You have Trade Center right here. Now, DIFC happens to be one of the leading financial centers in Middle East, North Africa, as well as Southeast Asia. If you look at the strength of DIFC, it employs around 43,000 people. It has, of the top 10 banks in the world, 7 are based in DIFC. Of the top 5 insurance companies, 5 are there in DIFC. And if we look at startups and all the new tech businesses and everything else, DIFC is at the forefront of everything. So DIFC plays another very significant part in taking and elevating downtown to the next level. Now, the other part which plays and adds to the charm of downtown is the proximity to the World Trade Center as well. Now, just last year, World Trade Center had 1.08 million visitors. Of them, 65% were overseas visitors. Now, these visitors came to Dubai to attend conferences and exhibitions, and again, all of these people would have made sure that once they were done with the exhibition, they would have gone to this area. So they either prefer to live in downtown or they visit downtown. So your community will always have demand. Downtown, as we all know, is fairly saturated. Land parcels do not exist. New developments are very difficult to come by. So this, as a community, is something where supply is very, very limited. Except a few off-plan projects, demand is exponential because everyone wants a piece of downtown. Now, everyone wants a piece of downtown. Another important aspect, as I was highlighting earlier in the case of Creek Harbour, this entire area is leasehold. You cannot buy here. Only two freehold communities, downtown and Creek Harbour. Anyone and everyone who has made money here or has money would either prefer to live here or in downtown. So the options are fairly limited. Downtown will always be the pulsating heart of Dubai, and it will always continue to have that demand which it has today, because it's very difficult to replicate something like this. It's not easy. Even Emaar would have a tough time replicating downtown. So if you look at the average rentals in downtown, you're talking about 140,000 dirhams for a one bedroom on an average. Yeah, Burj Khalifa view, canal view, we're talking about higher rentals. 140,000 is an average figure. Now, the important thing to explore in case of downtown is the prospect of short-term rentals. This area yields results which not many can replicate. So if you were to invest, or rather if you bought, a branded residence like Address, let's say Address Dubai Mall, for 2 million dirhams, yeah, with a Burj Khalifa view, you're not going to rent it for less than 1,000 dirhams a night. And believe you me, people will be vying to rent your room. So 1,000 dirhams a night times 30, those are the days in the month, is 30,000 dirhams a month. And I would again be very conservative. Although you have 110 million visitors, you have the IFC, you have World Trade Center, you have Burj Khalifa, the entire spiel again, you will only rent for 10 months. That means 300,000 dirhams as a yearly rental. So if you look at the prospect, your short-term rental returns from this area can go up to 14.8%, as is the case as I was telling you. Very hard to replicate. Downtown will always be downtown. Demand is exponential. Supply is teeny weeny. So acquire downtown if you have the money, because downtown in the near future will be unobtainable. At 4,000 to 4,500 dirhams per square foot, believe you me, this area is a steal. The fifth area that I would highly recommend would yield exponential returns and has great prospect for rentals, and I'm taking you back to the tourism hub of Dubai, it would be Dubai Marina. Now, we all know waterfront is fairly limited, tight, here. And you cannot really buy anything or develop here because it is all leasehold. This entire area, the Golden Belt, is under development. Palm Jebel Ali is under development. So whoever is visiting Dubai, and with Dubai being at the forefront of vacationing by the sea and the preferred tourism destination world over, we need more waterfront, which we are working on. So the supply right now is fairly limited, but the demand is there, is great. And this is why Dubai Marina till date holds its value. Why? Because if I want to go for a staycation, let's say Eid holidays, what are my options? My options are these only. Or I can go to Ras Al Khaimah, or go to Fujairah, or some other emirate, or probably some GCC country. So Dubai Marina, in lieu of that, will never lose its value. It is something which was relevant 10 years ago and will also be relevant in the near future. As to replicate something like Dubai Marina, it is very difficult. The list of pros for investing in Dubai Marina is exhaustive. Let's say this area sustains and supports residents and tourists with aplomb. So, be it the metro connectivity, the only community to have a tram, proximity to schools, colleges, hospitals, some of the most iconic beaches, beach clubs, restaurants, cafes, water sports, or basking in the sun on a white sandy beach, this area strikes all the right chords. Although fairly old compared to the newer developments in Dubai real estate, this area is still going strong both on short-term rentals as well as long-term rental prospects. A one-bedroom has an average rental here of 120,000 dirhams. Now, what you need to understand about Dubai Marina is that except for a few towers which are new, branded, most of these buildings are fairly old. Now, Dubai real estate is fairly young. It's only 25 years old, because all of this development that Dubai has done is in the last 25 years. And Dubai Marina was one of the first few projects, which saw the skyscrapers and, the glitz and the glamour come to Dubai. So the buildings are slightly on the older side compared to the newer ones. But imagine someone who bought a one-bedroom here for 700,000 and is today commanding a rental return of 120,000 dirhams per year on it is, grinning from ear to ear. So Dubai Marina, in lieu of that, will never lose its value. It will always stay there at the zenith when it comes to rental returns. So my humble opinion, if you have an opportunity, invest in Dubai Marina because it's only going to get better. Old is gold. Remember this. Finally, I'm pretty sure you and me are on the same page now. Now, what we need to understand is this is real estate, It's not one size fits all. Different strokes for different folks. I gave you what I, in my opinion, believe are the areas for the best possible rental returns in Dubai, or the prospects of renting in these areas is great. Now, if you understand, I have followed a pattern. And the pattern that I have followed is investing in communities. Investment in communities will always hold its value. And that's for a reason. Because communities attract investors with deep pockets or end users. And even so, the communities that I have touch based on today or have recommended to you all happen to be from one developer. And no points for guessing, it is Emaar Properties. Their legacy is emblazoned on this map. Behind any and every successful project in Dubai, you have one name that comes up. It is Emaar Properties, a leader in the world of real estate, a leader in the realm of developing, maintaining, and nurturing communities. And this is where you should be investing because with their track record, with their pedigree, you cannot go wrong. So the communities which we spoke about today, Dubai Creek Harbour, Emaar Properties. Dubai Hills Estate, Emaar Properties. Downtown, Emaar Properties. And not many know actually, Dubai Marina, before it was abandoned, was also finished by Emaar Properties. So you can very well understand what kind of a developer we are talking about. Investing in real estate, you need to think about 3 criteria. These are super duper important. Number 1 is the developer. Do not compromise on that front. Number 2 is the contractor who is executing the projects. And last but not the least, the operator who is operating the project once it is delivered. And with Emaar, you are safe and sound and secure on all fronts. I'm sure there will be a lot of people who will say that these are not the best possible areas to be investing in Dubai, but I can get you to understand. If you have time, let's meet, let's discuss, and let's explore. In case you need any further information or need clarity, please feel free to reach out to me. Until then, this is Tarun saying sayonara.